Dobry den! Hi folks, and welcome to the 35th Annual Ukrainian Village Music Fest, presented by the Friends of the Ukrainian Village Society and sponsored by the Ukrainian Pioneers Association of Alberta. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Kaylee Jade Weeb, and I'm the Festival Director and your host for this evening. Before we begin, on behalf of the Friends, we would like to first respectfully acknowledge that the land upon which our organization is based is situated on Treaty 6 territory, the ancestral home for many Indigenous peoples, including the Nahiwik, Cree, Tsuut'ina, Niitsitapi, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota Sioux, Haudenosaunee, Iroquois, Dene, Anishinaabe, Saulteaux, Inuit, and many others. Today, these lands are home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples whose presence continues to enrich our community. While the Friends is dedicated to the preservation and celebration of Ukrainian history and culture, it is crucially important to recognize that these histories are intertwined, and that we acknowledge that the land upon which we operate is Indigenous land. I am a Métis professional actor, singer-songwriter, and visual artist, and I call the beautiful land of Amiskwaciwâskahiggin, Edmonton, Alberta, my home. So I'm a fair-skinned woman with long brown hair and blue eyes, and I'm wearing a navy blue floral shirt. I'm surrounded by photos of the Ukrainian village on my right, and I have little twinkly lights on my left. So I am so excited to be here with you this evening. This has been a very long process, and I'm so stoked to be able to finally share it with all of you. So kicking off the performances tonight, we have Sophie Fraser, the composer, songwriter, pianist, and vocalist in the Sophie Fraser Project. Sophie started her musical career at 6 years of age in the Lviv region of Ukraine, first as a pianist, then as a choir singer, and finally as a solo vocalist, taking part in different concerts, festivals, and competitions in Ukraine, as well as in different European countries. In 2013, she finished the Music Conservatory as a master in piano, concertmaster, and in chamber art, and went on to study at the National Music Conservatory in Lviv as a doctor of chamber music. Experimenting with different styles of music, the Sophie Fraser Project now performs at concerts and festivals all over Ukraine, the US, and Canada. Thank you so much, Sophie, for joining us. Let's get started.
I should get up and go. So many reasons I shouldn't quit or stop ahead of reasons. So many reasons, dreams to be true. So many reasons got right together. Yes, we have reasons. So many days, so many nights, you were dead, you were blind. You didn't see the stars above, you couldn't catch your breath. So many days, so many nights, you pretended to be dead. as we found our way.
Thank you, Sophie, for kicking it off with such a wonderful performance for us. So it is my pleasure now to introduce Lydia Migas.
Slava Isusu Christou. My name is Lydia Migas, and I'm the president of the Friends of the Ukrainian Village Society, which was established in 1984 to promote Ukrainian Canadian culture, heritage, and history, and thereby supporting the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village, a renowned open-air museum in Alberta. The Friends operate the gift shop and the food services here, as well as the Sierska Domivka, which is behind me, and offer catering, and you can rent it out for hospitality services. We also fundraise to support the completion of the village and to enhance the visitor experience here. The village is located just east of Edmonton, Alberta. For 35 years also, the Friends have been hosting their annual Music Fest. І мені приємно вас всіх привітати на нашому віртуальному фестивалі цього року. I'm so pleased to welcome you to the 35th virtual this year Ukrainian Music Fest. Hopefully next year we can actually do it in person. And with that, I would also like to welcome the Polka Ramblers, who have played many times here at the village, both at our Music Fest and other special events that happened throughout the years. Spanning 3 generations, the Polka Ramblers are made up of Travis Dolby, his baba Sylvia Krupka, Travis's mother Shelley, and the band is also joined by Panko Hrunak and Stephen Gauda. They have 4 CDs available and have also performed at numerous weddings, dances, malankas, and various other functions, including U-Fest, the Pisanka Festival, and other showcases. We look forward to the Polka Ramblers returning to live music, so you can tap your toes, sing along, and even get up and have a dance or two as they share their music talents. The Polka Ramblers.
Рідко на зарі, добре були люди, ройдичі мої, ми нас скакали, сірку водили, ім'я Ярема, не їдали. Оці Ярема, оці упаха, оці Ярема, мудра голова. Оці Ярема, оці упаха, оці Ярема, мудра голова. До школи летів, став мені очі та так і не чел. Оце Ярема, мудра голова, тільки мої молоді коріння. Оце Ярема, оце упаха, оце Ярема, мудра голова. Оце Ярема, оце упаха, оце Ярема, мудра голова.
love family bands, and what a fun family band they are, hey? So, next up in our lineup, we now have Bardic Form. Rising from an impromptu living room jam in 2010, Justin and Reese quickly made a name for themselves as an engaging and award-winning acoustic guitar duo, and they've been captivating audiences ever since. Weaving together intricate melodies with sophisticated grace, Bardic Form delivers uniquely crafted compositions that are as dynamic and varied as their influences, with a smile and some cheeky shenanigans. And I can confirm that this is very true. They're pretty cheeky. From outdoor festivals to living rooms, concert halls to coffee houses, they are a rare gem, performing something truly different and unforgettable. So I've had the pleasure of hearing them play around Edmonton for the past few years, and we can't wait to share their talent with you because these guys are super talented. Here we go, Bardic Form.
Witajmo! Welcome to the Ukrainian Village Music Fest. My name is Gordon Yaremchuk, Executive Director of the Friends of the Ukrainian Village.
Welcome. I'm Karen Graves, and I'm the Vice President of the Friends of the Ukrainian Village Society.
We're so glad that you joined us today for our Music Fest. On May 10th, 2021, the Friends of the Ukrainian Village Society moved this historic coal shed from Lamont to the Ukrainian Village. Now we're working hard fundraising so that it can be restored and put on a permanent foundation on the historical village. If you'd like to learn how to help this project along, please click on the link below. Now to move from something very cool to something very cool.
Yes, with a resounding applause, please welcome Trembita. Trembita is a Ukrainian folk band based out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. They have been playing the folk and polka circuit for quite a while. Their repertoire includes numerous original songs along with a Trembitified reworking of traditional Ukrainian folk songs. A folk polkastra like no other. Keep calm and polka on. Join the Polka Nation!
Приходив дороги, я будинним світом, думав оженитись, що найближчим літом, обіцяв родині, приведу невістку, зажурився нині, не сповнив я вістку, але дворі музичка грає, веселя гуляє, а на дворі веселя гуляє, а мого немає. Пала зірка з неба до моєї хати, женитися треба, скільки вже чекати, 30 днів минуло, кавалерське щастя, літа знов не стало, може осінь дася, а на дворі музичка грає, веселя гуляє, а на дворі веселя гуляє, а мого немає.
Thank you, Trembita. That was awesome. So now I would just like to take a quick second to thank our sponsors for this evening, the Ukrainian Pioneers Association of Alberta. Documenting and celebrating the rich Ukrainian heritage in Canada is their mission, and we couldn't have put on this event without their generous support. So next up in our lineup, we have Alicia Slusarchuk, a Ukrainian-Canadian cymbalist who shares her culture through a repertoire of traditional and modern Ukrainian music. Born and raised among a strong Ukrainian community, Alicia began studying the cymbale at age 13, where she quickly excelled. Passionate about preserving her roots, Alicia shares her musical talents throughout Alberta. Through her work in preserving the art of playing the cymbale, Alicia has recently been awarded an Alberta Council for the Ukrainian Arts Top 30 Under 30 Award for her dedication. Here she is!
Hi, my name is Alicia Slusarchuk, and this is Poyichala Baba V'Yes.
So Alicia wanted me to share that the song she played today is one she fondly remembers singing with her Baba and Guido at the kitchen table when friends and family would gather for celebrations. It was one of the first Ukrainian songs she learned to sing, and clearly you could tell it was one of her favorites. So next up, we have another Edmonton-based duo, Vienna White. Created by Millie Rouge and Marissa Kay in 2019, Vienna White's music is driven by a combination of piano, guitar, and a sophisticated blend of vocal harmonies. Their sound is reminiscent of artists such as Taylor Swift, Lennon Stella, and Kimbra. Both Millie and Marissa attended and graduated from MacEwan University for the music diploma and degree, respectively, and joined forces through Yeg Music. Performing their debut single, Boy Who Puts Flowers in Your Hair, Vienna White.
"70 days feels like 500 years when I'm stuck here by myself, and I need somebody to hold, 'cause it's way too quiet on my own. When I was young, they just were the one. The end would never come. I was spinning in circles over and over and over and over again. Finally petals fall? Who will open your eyes to the sun and fill your days with roses? So he puts them in your hair, 'cause he loves your intoxicating air. Around you he brings flowers to you and puts flowers in your hair. It's been so long since I've seen your face, the one I can't seem to replace. And I need somebody to know, 'cause it's way too quiet on my own. When I was young, fate just went the one, the end would never come. I was spinning in circles over and over and over and over again. Find the boy who puts flowers in your hair. Find the boy who lets the petals fall. Who will open your eyes to the sun and fill your days with roses? So he puts them in your hair, 'cause he loves your intoxicating air. Around you he brings flowers to you and puts flowers in your hair. Find the boy who puts flowers in your hair. Find the boy who lets the petals fall. Who will open your eyes to the sun and fill your days with roses? So he puts them in your hair.
I'm on the Ludwig Marianich Scholarship Committee, and we are absolutely thrilled to announce our first annual scholarship of $500 to honor the musician, to honor the teacher, to honor our friend Ludwig Marianich. This year we had a couple of people who applied for the scholarship, and we are thrilled to announce a young fellow. He is, I would say, a cultural beacon, if you will. Even think of him as a super Yuki, really. He is a dancer. He's been dancing almost, it seems like from the day he was born, like for 17 years he's been dancing. But he's also passionate for Ukrainian music, and that's really who our Ludwig Marianich was all about as a teacher. He's also passionate about his Ukrainian culture, his Ukrainian heritage, and he even has a small band by the name of Kobzari. So as I say, he is a beacon of Ukrainian culture, and he is our very own River Hoffa. So congratulations, River. Keep going in the Ukrainian community, keep going with your French studies, and keep being the cultural man that you are.
Hi, I'm River, and I'm honored to be the recipient of the Ludwig Marianich Ukrainian Music and Leadership Scholarship. And I'd like to thank the Friends of the Ukrainian Village and St. Andrew's Men's Club for recognizing the importance of Ukrainian music and culture within our community and younger generations. Thank you. Dyakuyu.
Congratulations, River. That's so amazing. So, continuing on with our Ukrainian Village Music Fest lineup, it is time to say hi, hi to Marengo Pie. So Marengo Pie began playing their acoustic traditional Ukrainian tunes near Pigeon Lake, Alberta in 2016. Since then, they have entertained audiences with their high-energy live performances at venues such as Babas and Borscht, Heritage Days, Deep Freeze, Pisanka Festival, and U-Fest. Led by mandolinist Ernie Misiak and guitarist Trevor Payne, the group is rounded out by Matthew Payne, Trevor's firstborn, on guitar, Rachel Malenka on violin, Lyndon Dollar on drums, and Don Marcotte on bass. Here they are, local favorite, Marengo Pie. Thank you so much, Marengo Pie. What a treat. Now, if you're enjoying the festival today, we have something very, very special for you for sale in our gift shop. We have 35 limited edition at-home festival merch packages, which will include a tote bag, such as this, your very own festival pass, a UCHV visitor guide, and a free family admission pass to the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village, 3 stickers designed by yours truly, and some sweet treats. So check out our gift shop at the link below.
Hi, my name's Roxy, and I'm a camp counselor here at the Ukrainian Village with our Historic Children's Program. Personally, I'm a Ukrainian and I'm a musician, so it's very exciting to see all of the things that this music festival is contributing to our community this year. With our camps, we are very lucky to have a few weeks of camps this year for children ages 6 to 16. There's 3 different themes, and that includes learning about things like nature, Ukrainian settler life, music and culture, just like this festival. If any of this is piquing your interest, it is not too late to sign up for camps. Please visit the link below for a little bit more information. I am very honored to get to present our next artist. Auresha is a Montreal-based singer, songwriter, musician, producer, who effortlessly fuses intricate reggae music with world pop undertones. Aresha cleverly showcases her authentic musical stylings by combining the traditional sounds of Ukrainian instruments, such as the bandura, over deep tropical roots reggae grooves. Her truth-seeking, uplifting, and heartfelt songs captivate and inspire her audience with positive vibes and will often have them singing her catchy songs long after the show is over.
Привіт! Я Оресія. Вітаю вам на фестиваль Ukrainian Village Music Festival. Мені дуже приємно бути тут і my first time here, so enjoy the show. 1, 2, 3,
Хочу бути я, кличуть нас нові місця, я хочу пізнавати і бачити. Яка реальність світ твоя, як ти розважаєшся, чи ти життя в себе пусти. Я не знаю, як куди йти, що повітря нове було подихом. Хочу в землі усі обійти, у дорозі можна вільним бути. У дорозі знов, у дорозі знов, у дорозі знов є, як удома, як удома. У дорозі знов, у дорозі знов, у дорозі знов є, як удома, завжди дома. Tracing back to my roots, мене народили блукати. Tracing back to my roots, мене народили шукати. Tracing back to my roots, мене народили шукати. Блукати. Може сонце гріти, небо хоче бачити, а океани мене слухати. Розчиняти подумки, чути багато музики, може навіть полюбити. І не знаю, як куди йти, що повітря нове було подихом. Хочу землі усі обійти, у дорозі можна вільним бути. чи є щось краще, ніж дозволяти релаксувати та рефлексувати? Чи є щось краще, ніж споглядати нічне небо поруч з багаттям? Чи є щось краще, ніж дозволяти по-справжньому відпочивати? У дорозі знов, у дорозі знов, у дорозі знов є, як удома. Завжди дома, завжди дома. Дуже дякую.
Gemma and I just love Aresha's unique sense of style, and we hope that you did too. So now we're going to invite David Makowski on to introduce the next act.
Hello, Dobry din. My name is David Makowski, and I am proud to serve as director of the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village. I thank the Friends of the Ukrainian Village Society for organizing this year's Ukrainian Village Music Fest. It includes a superb lineup of musicians to celebrate the very best of Ukrainian and Ukrainian Canadian music today. With that said, it's my privilege to introduce this next group, the Kubasonics. Arguably Newfoundland's finest Ukrainian band, this award-winning group combines top-flight musicianship spiced with quirky humor, a dizzying array of exotic traditional instruments, and an eclectic high-energy stage show. In addition to performing on our stage for many years, the Kubasonics have performed across Canada, Eastern Europe, and the Caribbean. They have released 6 albums and are frequently featured in regional and national broadcasts. In closing, I invite all of you to visit our open-air museum this summer. Come learn about the story of Ukrainian settlement in East Central Alberta by visiting the historical village and chatting with a fantastic group of costume guides. The Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village is open Wednesdays to Sundays this summer, as well as holiday Mondays, until Labor Day on September 6th. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show tonight.
Ой, у лузі калина, ой, у лузі калина, 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 чубарики, чубчики, калина, 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 чубарики, чубчики, калина. Там дівчина ходила, 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 чубарики, чубчики, ходила, 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 чубарики, чубчики, ходила.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for our virtual Music Fest. On behalf of the Friends Society, I'd like to extend a sincere thanks to our festival director, Kaylee Jade Weave. It's because of her vision, planning, and skills that this amazing Music Fest will be enjoyed for years to come. Kaylee's also a very talented recording artist herself, but don't take my word for it, give her a listen. Well, thanks for joining us, do побачення, and we'll see you at the Village next year.
Like all good things, this too must come to an end. It is time to introduce the final act of this evening, Vadim Krasnuki of Mad Heads. Mad Heads are a legend of Ukrainian rock music. The coeval of the independents, Mad Heads has been through many musical transformations and touring adventures. They've released a large number of studio albums and music videos, have had their songs placed in many movies and TV series, and have performed over 1,000 shows in 12 countries around the world. So I had such a wonderful time getting to know Vadim during our Music Fest interview series, and we're so excited to share his talent with you all. Here he is.
Hi, this is my special for Ukrainian Village Music Fest. Привіт, друзі, тут Вадим Красноокий, група Mad Heads. Рік 2021 і я співаю пісню «Сповнену надії» спеціально для музичного фестивалю «Українське село». Коли опустилися руки, коли потемніло в очах, не знаєш ти, як далі бути, а на що сподіватись, хоча не можеш, не віриш, не знаєш, не маєш куди утікти. І кажуть, чудес не буває, та мусиш для себе знайти. Допоки сонце сяє, поки вода тече, о, надія є. Лиха біда минає, просто повір у це, о, надія є. Тобі вже нічого не треба, і ти вже нічого не встиг. Здається, що всі проти тебе, а може, то ти проти них. Не можеш позбутися болю, не знаєш, чи прийде весна. Ти можеш не вірити долі, але в тебе вірить вона. Допоки сонце сяє, поки вода тече, о, надія є. Лиха біда минає, просто повір у це, о, надія є. Допоки сонце сяє, поки вода тече, о, надія є. Лиха біда минає, просто повір у це є. О, 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 надія є, 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 є. На-на-на-на-на, 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 Поки сонце сяє, поки вода тече, о, надія є. повір у це. О, надія є, надія є.
So it has been a wonderful evening of tunes and cheer, and I am so fortunate to have shared it with all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in and for sharing your Sunday evening with me. Thank you to the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village and the Ukrainian Pioneers Association of Alberta. And a huge thank you and round of applause for all of our beautiful, wonderful, talented artists this year. Couldn't have done it without all of you. So follow us on social media at Ukrainian Village Music Fest and subscribe to the Friends of the Ukrainian Village YouTube channel for all the sweet, sweet updates. And if you'd like to check out any of the artists we featured today, their links are posted below. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and see you next year. Take care.